All right, what's going on, everyone? From EGA, not EGA, EA, EGA, Interactive Stories specifically. I miss the old EA logo, but yes, this is... Let's watch the intro and then we'll talk about what this is. London, England, November 1888. Don't worry. I was going to say I won't do too many bad English accents, but that's not true. But I'm going to try to pay respect to this fantastic game while I do it. This is The Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes, 1992 EA. Bit of a more obscure adventure title. In the alley behind the Regency Theater, as we get some context as to what's going on here. Maybe witness a crime right here. What did that cat do? I don't think Sherlock Holmes would look into a broken bottle. Oh, it might have something to do with this guy, the shadowy figure. You know someone's evil when they twirl their cape up like that. Lit a cigarette in the dark. Sure, these two characters aren't connected in any way. What's going on? Oh! We get a scream fully right here. He's just offering the young lady some porridge. There's the spoon. She must not like porridge. He's like, oh no, I gave her way too much porridge. I'm gonna get the hell out of here before someone thinks I was involved in this. Early the following morning on Baker Street. I like that woman's like, I want nothing to do with this dead body. Or she reported it. That's fine too. From Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Actually, I don't know that this was based on one of his many, many novels or stories on the famous titular Sherlock Holmes.
Yes?
Voice acting.
Begging your pardon, ma'am.
Okay.
This is a note from Mr. Holmes from Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard.
Oh, very well. I'll see that he gets it. Thank you, Constable.
Here, I thought I was going to do all the heavy lifting. I have played this before. A friend of my brother's gave us this game on an unmarked disc.
Have you been sufficiently fortified by Mrs. Hudson's murderous copy, Watson, to put your mind to this mystery?
Whatever are you on about, Holmes, so early in the morning?
I'm sorry to interrupt your reading, old man. Mrs. Hudson has just delivered a very intriguing note. Would you care to peruse it?
By all means.
Mr. Holmes,
Mr.
are you...
Holmes,
Oh,
a young woman has been brutally murdered
Stepping on
outside the
toes.
Regency Theater in Oxford Street. The evidence here suggests that Jack the Ripper has emerged from under his rock in Whitechapel and struck savagely in Mayfair. Despite your contention that the Ripper's work is without motive and therefore not suited for your methods, I believe you would find this case of interest, and the Yard would be most grateful to hear your opinions. Lestrade.
I like
I will
that.
not deny his request. Watson, if you would accompany me, I should be glad to have you at my side.
Hell yeah.
Pleasure, Holmes. Lestrade
Holmes and
seems
Watson.
finally to have recognized the value of your investigative techniques.
My blushes, Watson. Your compliment will turn my head. Let us see if I am truly worthy.
Watson looking more like Omar Sharif from the side there. I like the idea that Sherlock Holmes is basically like, you know, if I can't understand the killer, if they just kill kind of for fun, I want nothing to do with it. I only deal with killers with a motive besides just insanity or had nothing else to do on a Sunday. But there you go. Let's give some love to the below the lines people here. All the folks at EA circa 1992. But yeah, a friend of my brother's, gifted us, as I said, an unmarked, I don't know if it was a CD or a disc, whatever it was, sometime in the mid-90s. And this, I can confirm this is a good game. underrated hidden gem, if you will. They made a sequel, at least one sequel, which I'm not sure if I've played offhand. It's been a very long time, so I'll have to check it out. But here we go. Sherlock Holmes in the case of the Serrated Scalpel. And they just drop you right into it. See, we have this interface down here at the bottom. We can save our game, which is probably a good idea. Anytime we play a game where saving is an option here on Let's Play with Brigands, we like to save early and save often. We'll just say Holmes for now. And setup, is there anything? Change the font style. Guess we have 3 to choose from. We'll stick with the default. I like the portraits. And I don't know what some of these mean. I think everything's pretty good. I'm happy with this, but yes. Move, open, talk, close. Can we talk to Dr. Watson? Doctor of Medicine here. You said to wear your bowler hat for this investigation, Watson. Oh, there's not voice acting. All right, well then, I'm not out of a job. Aside from playing it. As always, Holmes, I feel positively undressed without it. All right, that was very important. Anything else? Have you already begun your journal entries, Doctor? Of course, Holmes. Any case in which you take an interest will certainly interest the world. He looks less like Omar Sharif up there. He looks more like someone from Shapir from Quest for Glory 2 to me for some reason. Bullet holes. Well, that's very strange. Can we just look at them by default? Over 70 bullet holes compose the script rendition of the sovereign's initials, VR for Victoria to Regina. This redecoration of the south wall was recently performed with a pistol as a singular demonstration of patriotism for the beloved Queen's Golden Jubilee, as I choke on that date. All right, there you go. An apparatus commonly used for manufacturing soda water on a small scale. Very cool, Holmes. Very cool. All right, well, let's begin our adventure. We're not going to solve any murders, just hanging out here in our study. Let's head on out. Come along, Watson. The game is afoot. Classic line. Quite so, Holmes. Settling in on my Holmes and Watson voices for the duration here. It's a good time to mention we offer this as a no commentary playthrough on Let's Play with Brigands. Check it out. Wiggins! Let's talk to Wiggins. I think that it just defaults to talk. The rest of your lines available, Wiggins. I'm planning on moving later, and I need all the help I can get. He's at the ready, sir. Tell me what you need, and I'll pass it on. There's 8 willing to work, so it'll cost 8 bob a day, plus the usual reward. Man, you got giant creepy eyes, Wiggins. What else can we say to Wiggins? I'll be requiring your assistance, Wiggins. At your service, Mr. Holmes. You've got a job for the irregulars? Maybe. Well, no, Wiggins, not just at the moment. Very good, sir. Let me know when there's anything we can do for you. We can use all the brass. All right, there you go. That language is still relevant. Let's talk to Jonas, the newsstand operator. The Ripper strikes again, Jack the Ripper. My compliments, Mr. Rigby. The day finds you well, I trust. Indeed, Mr. Holmes, business has been brisk. The great British public devours anything to do with the Ripper. While Jack's at work, my family's eating steak and kidneys pudding. So you might say you don't want Jack the Ripper to stop murdering people. You would prefer it if he murders again and again and again. Oh well. Can't complain with that. Can't argue with that, better said. Alright. Let's go to the scene of the crime. Again, we're not going to solve anything hanging around 221B Baker Street. I know numbers. That's pretty cool. I always liked that little icon. Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson, very good of you to come so quickly, after you've thoroughly examined the scene in the corpus delicti. Please share your observations with me. I don't know if you've gathered by now, but we have 3 British accents here on Let's Play with Brigands. Deeper, less deep, and Cockney. But that's fine. It's all good. Cigarette butts? Sherlock Holmes never misses a detail. Behind one corner of the crate are a half-dozen cigarette ends, recently crushed into the dirt. The brand is common and smoked by thousands of Londoners. It's really not worth looking at in that case. The smoker was a man wearing heavy shoes or work boots. Given the length of the butts, his fingers are most certainly stained by nicotine. Doesn't miss a single detail. I love Sherlock Holmes. That's something you need to know about me. I love Sherlock Holmes. And a battered piece of paper as well. It appears to be a common theater playbill. Can I, pick these things up? There we go. Here's that cat. Make sure to... Holmes! Detain that cat! We must question it! Oh. That's all right. Why did I bring you, Holmes, if you're not going to take... Watson! If you're not going to take this seriously. Take this seriously. I can't even remember my own name, apparently. All right, everybody. Hope you don't have a weak stomach. I don't think they show anything. A woman, approximately 25 years old, has had her jugular vein viciously slashed. This was certainly the cause of death. Jugulars don't handle being viciously slashed, in case not everyone's a doctor like Watson, but I'm here to tell you. There are several non-fatal gashes on her abdomen, abrasions on the back of her neck, and scratches on her left ring finger. The distinct odor of particularly cloying and inexpensive brand of perfume pervades the body. All right, we're not going to judge this corpse for the perfume. Got her handbag here. It's a simple silk-lined handbag, sometimes called a reticule. The contents: a pocket mirror, a tin of facial powder, a large metal key, a kerchief, and some, I don't know how to pronounce that word, have been dumped out and apparently subjected to a hasty search. At least I'm honest. All right. Iron bar, this may have... No, we know it was a serrated scalpel because we saw the title of the game. And it's hard to slash someone's jugular with a iron bar. At least you really work it, you know? This is a 2-foot section of iron pipe. Both ends are corroded by rust. There's a trace of red paint on one end. How do we know it's not blood? Because we're Sherlock Holmes, obviously. All right, can I take these as well? Pick up the iron bar. Sweet. Handbag. Please examine anything you like, but I shall need that handbag and its contents as evidence. That's improper use of the apostrophe here. I like being able to call out this game for its English, for its grammar, I guess, better. I guess. All right, I lost my authority there. A lady's very stylish hat, fashioned in fine crimson silk. Yes, this would be nice to wear around the, yeah, pick it up. What's going on? Pick up that hat. All right. He'll need the hat. He doesn't need the crowbar, though, for some reason. I guess he ruled it out. Knife wounds. Yes, let's get more specific with the body here. The wounds were clearly made with a short blade, perhaps the size and shape of a scalpel. Close observation reveals that the blade was serrated. There it is. There is a trace of white, powdery residue of unknown nature on the victim's coat immediately beside what appears to be the first of the abdominal wounds. White powder. The abrasions on her neck imply that her attacker forcibly removed some sort of heavy chain or necklace. There are 3 separate lines where a chain scraped her neck, all of which are deep and vivid. Okay. What do we got in the inventory? Business cards. I like to hand those out at the scene of the crime. Hey, know anyone who's been murdered recently? Take one of these. I'm all over it. Unless Jack the Ripper's involved, in which case he's too weird for me. I don't know. It's not really my thing. But in a British accent, obviously. A message requesting help. I guess we already knew about that. That's fine. Yeah, we already kind of read that. The theater playbill, the iron bar. There you go. And I like that this brings up a sub menu where we can look at things, use them, give them to other people. That's fair. White powdery residue. We already looked at. Can we pick up some of this? Chemical analysis. What does a chemical analysis look like in 1888? Not knock in 1888, except I sort of am, but what are we going to do with that, quite honestly? I forget which comedian. I can't credit the comedian who said this, but like, what would a murder investigation look like in this time? You know, if the murder is not still there when it happens, not much we can do about it, you know? We don't know anything about DNA. But anyway, anything to say to Inspector Lestrade? Like that name. Chemical analysis in 1888. You just kind of lick it and be like, ooh, it's grody. No, thank you. There's anything you can tell me that isn't obvious from the scene, Inspector? The deceased was an actress here at the theater, name of Sarah Carroway. She lived by herself out in Bayswater. According to our only known witness, there's a sister, whereabouts presently unknown. The witness, wait for it, found the body but remembers nothing of the person she saw fleeing the scene. You may talk to her if you like, though she's a bit in the way of being hysterical at the moment. She's in the victim's dressing room, through that door and up the stairs, but before you go, I'd like you to confirm some theories of my own. Was that? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to click through that so quickly. I thought that was the same dialogue. Can't give myself the pleasure. Yeah, that's a very Holmes answer. I didn't mean to click on that. Yeah, that's a good Holmes answer as well. You're stupid. You're stupid, Lestrade. Let's be honest. I assure you that I've examined everything in great detail, Mr. Holmes. I seriously doubt that I have missed a significant clue. What have you seen that goes against my theory? What was your... I missed your theory. I'm sorry. He doesn't open his mouth a lot when he talks. He's very like... Meh, 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 meh. Yeah, the weapon, right? And the perfume bottle. The jewelry is missing. All right, oh, up and down. Don't just click on that. I see. I'm with you. No mystery. Okay. And the choice of weapon, obviously. Indeed, my professional eye tells me the woman was killed with a serrated scalpel, and we know what Ripper used. Oh, the Ripper uses a scalpel. Well, it's open and shut. What are we doing here, Watson? I mean, yeah. From what I've read, Inspector, the answer is yes, but I would not presume to commit myself before autopsy is completed. I must say that if a scalpel was used, it was a dull one. The wound appears a bit ragged. There you go. Thanks for backing me up, Watson. There we go. I'm not going to read everything, but there you go. It was probably a scalpel. Yeah, most scalpels aren't serrated. Yeah, there you go. Probably not, right? Yeah. Why? Why would we have a serrated instrument in medical bag? Unless you were like disbarred and, you know, laughed out of your... Yeah. If you're getting your medical work done under a bridge, maybe, but if you're going to see Dr. Watson, there you go. Let's not invest trivialities. Trivialities. I don't think so. These are, yeah, it's relevant. It's relative, Lestrade. Honestly, I need to go inside and talk to that woman. I can't be talking to you anymore. Yeah, let's go talk to the lady. Anything else? Saw the hat. Got some barrels. Take a look at those barrels. Holmes. This is a storage area for damaged or discarded stage props from the season's plays. The dustman. That's the trash men. Trash people. Not much better. Henry Carruthers. He must be Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson. I'm Henry Carruthers, stage manager. Inspector Lestrade told me you might want to look at the place. Feel free, I'm afraid we can't be much help. Poor Sarah. Was that the girl who witnessed the incident? That's a nice way of putting it, delicately. Yes, her name is Sheila Parker. She was in a dreadful state earlier, fainted dead away. As you can see, she's still very upset. I doubt she'll be able to answer any questions just yet. It's been like 12 hours. Good lord. Handwritten card on the flowers. Let's take a look. Dear Sarah, what's in a name? A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. A secret admirer. A misquote from Romeo and Juliet is strangely the product of a feminine right hand. The unusual habit of dotting I's with tiny hearts. A woman? Leaving a romantic note to another woman? What demonry is this? What nonsense in poppycock? Let's check this chest of drawers. Chest is closed and locked. There are scratches in the wood around the lock deep enough to suggest it had been forced open more than once. Is that like a foot down here? A foot of the dresser? What is that? There's a steel spring attached to a small square mass of solid brass. Is that relevant? You pick it up? Yeah, you can. Anything that's relatively differently animated, always check it out. Always pick it up. Take a look at the wardrobe. The shelves have been ripped out and it contains costumes used by the theater company. Yeah. Alright. Fair enough. Take the note, by the way. Yeah, we can. Can I take the flowers? Yeah, I can. Oh, I can take a flower. Alright, fair enough. You can tell me just to take one. Nothing of interest here. Could I look at the flowers? Pink carnations with dark red veins in the petals. Beautiful. Dressing screen. Yeah, nothing worthy of note. Anything going on with this chair? Nope. Alright. Such an unnatural way to, like, who's crouching like that? Alright, let's, for the first time, we're gonna try the D key. Problem with the door. Which is to say, what are you doing? That is my question. The plate is broken. I'm attempting to repair it. I'm afraid it's quite beyond me. I'll probably have to hire a locksmith to do the work. Yeah, good question. Were you coming on a little strong to the late Sarah? Wasn't me, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade thinks it was the Ripper. I know for a fact the Ripper never entered this room. I saw the intro. Many fine qualities. Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to go along with that. Evidence is the, well, I mean, I don't know that it matters that we get any of these right. Wardrobe's closed. And the bureau. Well, fine. You just know everything. You're smarter than Sherlock Holmes. You happy, Henry Carruthers? Whatever. Agree to disagree. Yeah, who might have wanted it in for Miss Carroway? Jilted lover, perhaps? That would make obsessive lover? Obsessive fan? She wasn't the greatest actress, but she was popular in a way and sweet. Though now that you mention it, there was a young fellow. All right, now we're talking. What was suspicious about him? I found him hanging about in the alley. He asked if Sarah worked here. I offered to take a message, but he refused to leave his name or his reason for calling. A lad of 17, bright-eyed and very single-minded. Huh. Sounds like a big old stalker. All right, well, I appreciate that Henry didn't just give out her address. Moongate. That's weird. Can I get both of these? Yeah, I'd love the key. Sarah's the only one. I don't know where she kept it. All right, fair enough. Maybe we'll check out her place in time. He mentioned something called OnlyFans. All right. Perfume bottle. Check it out. Would this be the same perfume? Oh, the sign. The label lists on the addresses perfume as the Bevels in Westminster. We'll definitely be going there. I'm sure that's on our map now. As a gift. Interesting. Let's pick it up. We'll need to present this when we head over there. All right. Stain has the look and smell of Macassar hair oil. I'm sorry, I can't keep up that accent this whole playthrough. Or even 1/10 through the playthrough. There's a spattering around the stain. Single black hair caught in the oil. Can I pick up the hair? Like I'm acting like it's 1988 and we have some sort of advanced testing for hairs and things of that nature. All right, let's talk to Miss Sheila Parker, though apparently she's quite traumatized. Miss Parker, I'm sorry to trouble you. Do you think you could bring yourself to describe what you saw? I saw Sarah lying there. Oh, it's all so horrible. We have a fourth voice, the British lady, by the way. I can't bear to think about it. She seems near hysterical, Holmes, and rightly so. I doubt she will be much help in her current condition. That's it? Wow, yeah, no, they weren't kidding. Not much there. All right. Are we good to go? Can I open this door? I guess he would mention that. Right. I have a sedative that might calm her. Did you just give me a sedative? Powdery specimen. Playbill. Spring. Perfume bottle. Well, where's the sedative? Hangs a key. All right. Well, let's try. I know we can give him the spring. Let's give the spring. Hold on. Give spring. Hold on. I know how this game works. Just to Henry Carruthers. Maybe be helpful in repairing the lock. There you go. Oh, yes, thank you. I believe this is just the piece I need. I'll have this finished in a moment if my fingers don't fail me. Okay. There we go. I'm still working on it. How'd I get you out of there? All right. I think... Does the large... What if the large burly constable breaks open this entire case? Did anyone mess with anything? Nothing's been moved since I arrived, Mr. Holmes. I rang up the inspector as he was most particular in his instructions. Touch nothing. So I've been standing here like a lump. 'Tis my specialty. I guess that's it. Probably not. Yeah, no. I'm useless. All right. Let's head on out of here. Let's head to... Let's head back home right quick. See if we can check anything out. I think we can actually test this powder. If memory serves, we have a little kit over here. A little lab. Alright, so let's bust out the powdery specimen. And use the powdery specimen on the lab table. Here we go. It's all coming back to me. She's still dead? Come on, Constable, up your game. Alright. Got the oil wick burner. We need to pull out some... We got lowercase sulfuric acid and uppercase sulfuric acid. It's the fancier sulfuric acid. You know what? This is our first murder in a while. I'm gonna use the fancy sulfuric acid. All right, maybe we gotta put specimen in the test tube first. That's not the fancy sulfuric acid, though. Holmes. All right, oil wick burner. We need to light this. I don't care where you got the matches or what brand they are. Let's use the matches. Is this automatic? There we go. All right. Excellent. Yeah, I feel like Sherlock Holmes had a setup that was at least 10 years ahead of its time. He keeps adding stuff, not telling him to. All right, there you go. Finally, we needed some zinc in there too, apparently. I'm going to totally defer to Sherlock Holmes in this regard. Black, the color of the man's cloak. Man, you are good at this, Sherlock Holmes. Smoke residue. That may be a problem. This indicates the presence of arsenic. I guess I missed that before. So is this in our journal? Why are we in Watson's journal? Is he giving us... He's like, I'm having strange feelings about about Sherlock Holmes recently. Not sure we should be reading this. Analysis results. That's what I was looking for. It was in our inventory the whole time. All right. Overthinking it. In addition to common soap, salt of tartar, and camphor, analysis reveals trace amounts of powdered, highly toxic arsenic. The combination suggests that guy's arsenical soap, a common preservative compound. There you go. All right, you'll put this out, right, Watson? Yeah? You'll put this out? Don't have to worry about that? All right. That's good. But we have more to check out. What else do we want to check? Let's check out the flower. Let's use the flower on the lab table. Nice. Telling you, it's all coming back to me. Now we get a different view right here. So we'll use the flower on the microscope. Adjust it accordingly, determining cause of petal discoloration. Glad this is all automated, thank goodness. Touch of gray. The petals artificially dyed. Okay. Yeah, right. Now we know where they come from. I use them again. Do we have some of the petals still? Let's drop them in the flask. Take a look. Get some more results here. Yeah, this is way different from just checking the crap out of a guy in NHL 02. Good title, by the way. A yellow precipitate indicates iodine base. Flowers with iodine dyed petals. Industrial cleaning agent with an iodine base. All right. Fair enough. Fascinating. And you said my lab was a waste of resources, Dr. Watson. Check our bookshelf. This is Watson's. And you said it was a waste of your own resources. There you go. Clark Russell Sea stories. Right, what do you make of all this, Dr. Watson? Now that we've done the science-y part, I'd like to hear your opinion. It's definitely more complicated than it first appeared. I had devil of a time with that lab kid over there. Those are discouraging words indeed, Holmes. I thought you might have solved the case in a trice, but you seem as confused as myself. Man, that guy's animation reminds me of another game. It's gonna bother me until the end. Alright, let's get moving. Lil Wiggins. What's going on? What were you guys called? The perpetrators? The irregulars. The perpetrators. Yeah, trace the flower. Very good, sir. Let's have a look at them. Then. Yeah. Give the dyed flower to Wiggins. Oh, flower gov. To very kind, I'm sure. Not that kind of a regular. Don't be impertinent, Wiggins. You know it's not a gift. Now remark those dark lines, red lines running through the petals. They were caused by the application of an iodine solution. Find the vendor that sells flowers colored in this manner. You may want to begin your search around the Regency Theater in Oxford Street. Okay. Sounds good. This is like a thing where he's going to be right here as soon as I come back outside. You know how these games go. No, apparently not. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.